got a chance to see episodes 5 and 6 of Daredevil Born Again. Let's talk about it right now. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for spending time with me as we rant about movies, comic books, and television shows, as well as the occasional board game. I'm your host, Frank Zenka. I'm an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer, as well as a filmmaker. And yeah, I've been busy back at work, doing schedules and breaking down the script that we're going to be shooting in a couple of weeks. Fun stuff. We're going to be going out to doing scouts and all the stuff that we normally do for film. It's going to be lots of fun and a lot of work at the same time. So I'm going to try to keep my videos going at the same time. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I will try. Once we're shooting, though, those 2 weeks, I'll just be putting out things on the weekend because there's no way. And I won't be, I'll try to get to the theater at least, but the comic book stuff will probably be failing miserably at that point. But also remember, too, that I am a writer myself, so if you'd like to read anything that I've written, you can go to Amazon.com and type my name in, Frank Zenka, and my stuff will pop up. My quadrilogy for sci-fi, Destiny Aurora, that was it's also on Audible. As well as a graphic novel was made on it, a board game, an RPG, and it's also on Kindle. All my books are available on Kindle, not my comics, but the actual novels. I also have my Tales of Ravenor, the Iron Witch, is the fantasy novel. I am working on a new novel right now called Battle for the Ruby Slippers, and I am also working on a comic book series as well. I'm working on covers right now because my interior artist is like going to town. I think we're on page 9 already, so we're getting there. So maybe after this film is over, I'll start marketing that book because we'll be very heavily into it. It's called the Fairy Tales of Terror. Almost missed that one. All right, so let's jump into the last 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again. I'm not sure what's going on with this series. The episode 6, I think, was far better than episode 5. Episode 5 was a filler episode, as far as I'm concerned. There was really no rhyme or reason to it. It did not move the story along, and it really kind of pissed me off because, once again, they are trying to push Miss Marvel into the MCU. It just doesn't end with this character. Because you guys aren't collecting comics, but I do. And they are constantly trying to push her in the comics. It doesn't work. Everybody rejects it. They try to push her into the MCU. It's rejected. And how much money is this character going to lose before Marvel finally says, all right, we're done. We're done. And I know that the actress is probably a very nice person, but the character doesn't work. They killed her off in Spider-Man because they couldn't kill her off in her own book because nobody cared. So they used the flagship character to kill her off in. Nobody cared. They brought her back as an X-Men, as a mutant. Nobody cared. Now they're trying to go back in time and make believe that she's been an X-Men since, the 1970s or whatever. And again, everybody's rejecting it. And now they're trying to, make her relevant again by putting her into Daredevil. Why? Why can't we just be rid of this character? I don't understand. Marvel's was the lowest grossing film of the Marvel Universe. Of the MCU. Doesn't that tell you anything? That this character is not going to go over, no matter how much time you push it. So the father of Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, however you say it, is the bank manager. And of course, he has to blob all over and show the Funko Pop and all this stuff. Why? Why does this matter? She is not going to fit into the Daredevil universe. The Daredevil universe is very gritty, and she's going to come in and go, hey, look at me! Look at me! I got big fists! It's not going to work, man. Just stop. Just stop. It's like Marvel's got Tourette's, and all they can say is Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel, Miss Marvel. Don't you love her? Don't you love her? Don't you love her? I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, so that pissed me off right off the bat because it was totally unnecessary. And then we get a bank robbery. Really? You can't think of anything else besides a bank robbery? So he just happens to be leaving the bank, which is going to get robbed. Of course, got to have that. He just happens to go there and happens to have stuff happen. Totally coincidental. Good writing there. So he hears it, and instead of changing it to costume or whatever, nope, we don't get to see Daredevil at all. He goes in there, becomes one of the hostages, and of course, he takes care of them all. Doesn't move the plot forward at all. I mean, some of it was cool, but that's about the extent of it. So waste of time, really. You could totally skip over that episode and not miss a damn thing. Then you have Excessive Force. That one was called With Interest, by the way. He didn't get his loan, by the way, either. So he didn't really seem that upset about it. Like, whatever. You know, we'll just let our business fail because we can't get a loan. Whatever. At least I saved some people. And the freaking bank manager is like, I can't reconsider your loan, but you can come over for dinner so you can meet my daughter so she can be on the show. Stupid. All right, so let's go into Excessive Force. This was obviously a far better episode. We actually had a supervillain in here called Muse, who likes to paint with blood. Which is how he is in the comics too. I think they match the comics pretty well. And we have a fight scene in here where he actually is in a Daredevil costume. It only took us. He was in a Daredevil costume in episode 1, and he was in the costume in episode 6. So we have the other 4 episodes in there that he just whatever. Just no Daredevil. I have a Daredevil name only. Aren't you here to just watch the law drama? You don't need superheroes in your superhero show. We don't need that. Not that the acting isn't good, because the acting is good across the board. No problems there. But come on with the writing already. The viewership for Daredevil is less than Agatha all along. Now, what does that say? That says you don't have any superhero in your superhero show. Nobody cares. So frustrating. So anyway, this one was pretty cool because the niece from the White Tiger episode, and I like the actress in there. I think she does a good job. She's very tiny. But I think she does a very good job of playing that role. I think she's very talented on top of that. She's interesting. And Matt decides that this was the moment that he was going to put the cowl back on, because he was literally calling the cops and he was put on hold, and he said, screw this, and actually decided to do something, finally. And we get a pretty good fight scene in there. There's one flip kick that he does that's really friggin' cool. When he did that, I was like, whoa, okay, this is why I watch this show. And he ends up, the guy ends up disappearing. Muse is still on the run, but has to get a whole new headquarters and all this stuff. He was in the subway tunnels, so he'd have to get a whole new headquarters and all that stuff to redo everything he was doing. So Matt does have some time to track him back down, unless he already has a second thing set up, which is possible. But anyway, definitely a better episode. Muse is creepy, and I think it was a far, far better episode. And at least it now continued the story along, which now eventually we're going to see Punisher back. They only have, is it 2 episodes? Yeah, up to 9. 3 episodes. They have 3 episodes left. So what they'll probably do is do one more episode next week, and I don't know if they're just gonna do two, drop the two like they did this time. But I guess we'll find out, because I don't think there's 10. I could be wrong, but is it 9 that they're ending with? I'm not sure. No, they are ending with 9. So, and they already have a second season already propped up as far as IMDb is concerned. So, I don't know how they can do that with the viewership being as low as it is. It's kind of weird. They're just going to throw money at it, I guess. I guess they already had it budgeted, so they're just going to go ahead and do it. The same thing with Ahsoka. Why is Ahsoka getting a second season when the viewership was so bad on that? And that was, at least this show is not universally hated like Ahsoka was. The reviews from other YouTubers are generally good for Daredevil, where Ahsoka, they were generally bad. I personally quit Disney Plus after the original Ahsoka season was finished. When that thing completed, I canceled my subscription up till now. So anyway, let's see what happens. Hopefully the show will take a bigger turn, but episode 5 was generally crap, and episode 6 was generally good. So that's my 2 cents on that. I'm kind of hoping the season will close strong, since it opened strong, and then it got weak, and hopefully it'll close strong. So we'll see. I definitely still don't understand why Deborah Ann Wall's character just left town. That was the weirdest thing. And even the love story between him and the psychiatrist, just as totally taken a pause. They're together, kind of. We barely got to see any of it. And, you have Kingpin dealing with whatever he's dealing with. It's not really going very... That thing's on slow moving. It's going like 10 miles an hour. I have no idea where they're trying to go with it. Whatever. All right, well, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Remember to give me a like and give me a subscribe if you can. Ring that bell, ding, ding, and share this video out there as well. And remember, too, if you want to read anything that I've written, go to Amazon.com and just type in my name, Frank Zanka, and I'll see you on the next episode. I am going to try to see Lady in the Yard tomorrow, and I'm going to do a Reacher review as well. All right, talk to you guys soon. All right, bye-bye.